The infusion lab?
Evacuated.
Trainees?
Gave the order myself.
What did you tell them?
I told them to run.
That's all they need to hear until we reach Seattle.
Agreed.
Anything new on the terrorist?
He's in the city. No ID yet. Unclear whether we're the target.
An academic distinction if he really has a nanite-detonator.
Scanning. Surveying region clear.
The security bots have acquired the target. We're too late!
Helipad, let's go. Move! Did they destroy the whole city to get at us?
Our enemies aren't that desperate.
Perhaps we made a new enemy.
What if they already know about the Seattle facility?
We have other options.
We aren't equipped to fight a war.
We're going to change the terms of engagement. It's our war, not theirs. We don't need cities or armies. We have the cells of human bodies. An invisible weapon for an invisible war.
Salut Nero. Ça a été la souffrance hein, ce week-end. Je crois que tout est bon. Je vais tout de suite aller voir ça. Bah ça va aller avec les autres. Salut Mikey. Alors... Je devais aller prendre l'hélico là. Alors, mis à part ça, comment que ça va vous deux?
The Nine Worlds is a no weapons.
So you want me to...
No, you've just got to consent to...
I'm not
Ouais,
letting you
tu
shoot.
veux bien
Then you
t'amuser
won't be
sur
getting it.
Saints Row 4. Merde.
The Nine Worlds is a no...
So you want me to...
No, you've
Regardez,
just
pour
got to
changer de
consent to the
PC, ah
standard
bah...
deactivation.
Bonne nouvelle? Ah oui. Ouais mais oui, oui, ça
Thanks
fait
for
un
your
moment quand
cooperation.
même.
Come on in.
Mais les... Ouais bah oui, les préfabs sont encore normalement... Pas trop touchés, on va dire.
Already tossed back a few.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Tell you what, I'll give you the sloshed fly special. Any local hops you need during the next 24 hours, just 50% more than my usual rate. Can't beat that.
What?
I guess that's a fair price. Here you go.
Where you headed?
I need to go to the Raustadt area.
That's a pretty scabby part of town, mostly abandoned factories.
Et tu pensais partir sur quoi comme budget?
A lot of ways to end up dead in the Raustadt.
Comme composant.
Precisely why I'm hiring you. You can handle a hostile insertion.
Jouer, pouvoir jouer au tout dernier jeu, genre les Far Cry 6, tout ça. Nickel budget. Merde. Pas écouté. Une petite blague on a rooftop net in the tavern for this the Secret Templar compound. Ah nickel. Oh, elle est là. Oui. Ouais bah tu pars sur quoi? Un petit budget 1000 €, un truc comme ça? Après t'as pas besoin de mettre 3000 € non plus pour... Ouais bah c'est... déjà très correct, mais c'est vrai qu'avec le prix des cartes graphiques en ce moment... Enfin, tu dis que ça va pas bouger. Ah oui, donc c'est bien ce que j'avais pensé au début avec cet échec.
What took so long? I'm falling asleep out here.
Probably the beer. Sure you can fly.
Bosh, let's rip.
I'm ready.
Lovely. I already scouted the area. Get ready for a time.
Ah ouais. Le temps que je sorte du bar et que je monte l'échelle, le mec il a déjà... Waouh. Incroyable. Incroyable.
Blessed be, blessed be.
Like I said,
Something wrong?
Demons, catch me!
Sorry, never mind.
First, they run me out of the Lord's house, then they chase me out of the tunnels.
Ouais.
You used to live at the cathedral?
I was the last believer.
Très bien,
Then the
cette madame.
cultists moved in. I went back once, through the basement tunnels. That's how I saw the ritual.
A secret entrance to the cathedral?
It was for utilities. Then the canal dried up and you could get in from outside. One of these times, I'm gonna set a fire.
like I said, a pretty scabby part of town. Pretty much abandoned except for the church to the northwest. Maybe one of the squatters.
Ok, madame. Très bien.
Whoever was making that noise seems to have slipped away. That's a strange sound.
Ah, pardon, site habituel.
Anyone there? What? Is someone there?
Non.
You can't!
Circuits engaged.
Small price for the security.
Genre c'est le garde qui a activé la propre sécurité de... Oh boy. Salut Mister X.
Hey, are you one of the workers from that factory? Under the canal? My mom said to see if you need a message boy. We need the credits.
Sorry, I don't work there. You said it's a factory in the canal? What else do you know about it?
It's definitely a secret base of some kind. Guys in uniform moving in weird machines in the middle of the night. If you want to get in and check it out, I can tell you where all the guards are.
Sure, tell me about the guards. I have a map of the area and you can show me.
Okay, I'll mark where they are. Just give me enough credits for a doctor's visit. My mom's sick.
This isn't a scam, is it?
Honest, we really need the money.
Bon, je peux le tuer et ta mère fera des économies aussi. Hein, Faut voir le côté pratique, les enfants. J'ai vidé mon cendrier. J'ai jeté mon doté. Il y a un rat qui vient de se jeter en dessous de mes jambes et du coup il cuine. Je vous laisse avec cette douce mélodie, je reviens tout de suite. Non, dans le jeu, Nero.
I'll think about it.
Énergie sel. Parfait. Les animaux, les rails, les pigeons et tout ça font des bruits très bizarres. Hein. À croire que les gens qui ont développé ce jeu n'ont jamais croisé de rats ni de pigeons. Hein. N'empêche. Moi je dis, ce jeu c'est un GOTY. Vous connaissez beaucoup de jeux où on peut enfin buter des gosses? Je charge quand même parce que je suis pas un monstre non plus. Oui, Mikey. Et les rats volants, oui. Les pigeons.
Come here.
Someone's there.
No prisoner.
Security.
I'll avenge your death, noble one.
Noble One. Du coup, il y a des liens avec Halo dans ce jeu, c'est ça? Je crois que j'ai tout compris. Un coup de l'UNSC, j'en suis sûr. J'adore comme on nous jette des canisters d'amélioration, mais à la gueule, en permanence. Mais t'as aucune upgrade à faire. Là. Ah. Normalement c'est là que je dois aller, enfin dans le... Ok, ouais. Hop là, recherche. Je veux un système de sécurité avec un trou assez gros pour que les gardes puissent passer parce que vous savez on n'a pas réussi à faire des badges, hein, ça sort un petit peu du budget, hein, faire des badges où le personnel s'approche et ça coupe les lasers. Donc non, ils vont se mettre à quatre pattes et passer en dessous, ok? C'est pas un risque pour la sécurité? Non, les gens ils vont voir le laser, ils passeront jamais. Hein. Ah là là. Voilà, c'est relatif. Hein. On va quand même enfin, comment dire, en expert de l'infiltration pour passer ça. C'est pas à la portée de tout le monde. Grenade Noisemaker. Je crois que c'est la première que je pense de l'entièreté du jeu. Voilà.
You're inside.
Something.
Sequencing module should...
L'infiltration, les gens.
Maybe you remember remember Billy Adams?
Lumen and Saman, where are you?
She's as much Denton as you, thanks to the Apostle Core infusions. I sent her through the teleporter to locate and kill JC.
And I'm right behind her.
About 3 hours behind, if my clock is right. I now know where the teleporter takes its passengers. My people are closing in on JC's sanctuary this very second.
Your enemies know who you are. You can't hide for long.
Little do you realize how vulnerable they will be if I can use JC's power against them. I can remain hidden long enough for Billy to complete her assignment. Then it will be your turn to hide.
Quoi, D, ça voulait pas dire Big Dick? Salut Banano. Mais ouais Nero, en fait le truc c'est que les améliorations d'armes, tu peux en mettre que 2 par arme. Et tu en trouves partout. Absolument putain de partout. Du coup j'ai déjà toutes mes armes améliorées à fond. Et le pistolet fait pas des masses de dégâts en plus. Mais bon j'adore ce trope des jeux de ce style. Où tu rencontres le grand méchant de l'histoire et tu tapes une petite causette tranquille. Mais c'est pas gentil ce que tu fais. Tu ne réussiras jamais à m'arrêter. Mais en lui dévoilant évidemment l'entièreté du plan de A à Z, sinon c'est pas marrant.
Tarsus tracking report 1242, Clara Sparks. Subject eliminated in Cairo. She'd allied herself with the WTO, who'd placed her high in the ranks owing to her abilities. Intel suggests that Dumier had recognized her special attributes as well, and seemed to be treating her as a special protege. But apparently even that was not enough to protect her from righteous termination.
Si.
Tarsus tracking report 1351. Leo Jankowski. Last seen in Cairo among the Omar. First assassination attempt unsuccessful. He is still alive. Unclear the nature of his relationship with the cyborgs. Appears to be a simple mercenary, but the Omar will study his biomod technology. Recommend upgrade to Omar threat classification.
Tarsus tracking report 4117, Alex D. There are concerns that D may be the greatest threat among his peers. Last seen in Cairo, eliminating Layla Nassif for the Order. Intel suggests that he now has objectives in Trier. This makes it imperative that we get our agent through the gate immediately and shut it down. Tarsus tracking report 1242, Clara Sparks. Subject eliminated in Cairo. She'd allied herself with the WTO, who placed her high in the ranks owing to her abilities. Intel suggests that
on est juste venu pour se taper la causette avec l'autre guignol et on se casse, c'est ça? Oh mais voilà la sécurité, je vous jure. Non, c'est pas du tout le même moteur que Return to Castle. Je crois que Return to Castle en plus c'est moteur de Quake, si je ne me trompe pas. Il y a encore des modes d'armes. Et celui-ci tourne sur Unreal 2. Bon, on va être mon bas les couilles. J'adore comme il se retourne vers moi pour mourir de sa mort la plus dramatique.
Belief needs no ornaments.
Oh, what? Ok, tu summon terminal and retrieve the sequence in module and débloque it. Mais nique ta mère! Ça c'est censé faire de dégâts si je me rappelle bien. Oh mais quelle sécurité de ouf!
Tarsus tracking report 1351. Leo Jankowski. Last seen in Cairo among the Omar. First assassination attempt unsuccessful. He is still alive. Unclear the nature of his relationship with the cyborgs. Appears to be a simple mercenary, but the Omar will study biologic knowledge.
Non? Si.
Recommend upgrade to Omar threat classification.
Si, je viens de récupérer le sequencing module. On est d'accord?
Good. Now meet your pilot outside and return to Trier. We're going to find out if this teleportation device really works.
Mais oui, qu'elle fonctionne. Voilà. Ça change de toute façon. Et c'était pas le bon plan.
Well, fuel's burning.
Let's rip.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, but by the way, I'd like to clarify something about our contract.
What?
When I said 24 hours, I meant 24 hours minus my sleep time. I'm about ready to hit the sack.
First drop me near downtown.
Pleasure's mine. I never leave a bird in the woods. But that's a wrap. Even Sid Black needs rest.
What do you think of next?
Come to the tavern. I have more to tell you about JC's condition and why you are so important.
The Templars are one step ahead of us, but not for long. Prepare the gates with the sequencing module. Find your long-lost older brother on the other side, then wait for my orders.
Cheerio. I'm booked until after the summit, but maybe we'll fly again. I'll be around.
The Nine Worlds is a no way.
Ouais,
No, you've just got to consent to the standard.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation.
On se retaper le dialogue à chaque fois.
When you go to Antarctica and find JC, remember what hangs in the balance. I haven't told you just how powerful JC has become.
One of the other trainees, Billy Adams, has already gone through the gate.
She has signed her soul over to the Luddites, the haters of technology. Protect JC, or she could plunge the world into another dark age. Trust me, I was like her 20 years ago, and I still share some of the blame for triggering the collapse.
I thought you said JC was powerful.
He is, but the merger with the Helios AI has been problematic. He has fallen into a state of near catatonia and will be vulnerable until you can revive him.
How do I do that?
By transferring your biomod architecture to JC, you will complete his interface to the AI and bring him out of the coma. This is a job we intended for Paul, but now it falls on your shoulders.
Paul Denton?
He too is helpless and in need of our new systems. We thought we had the infusions perfected 3 years ago, but his body rejected them violently. He had to be cryogenically frozen until we could finish the design.
The leader of the Cairo facility, captured by the Templars.
Exactly. JC will tell you more. Please, don't delay. Every passing minute brings your friend Billy one step closer to murdering the only sincere leader humanity has ever had.
Let's go.
Standing watch all day, not my idea of fun.
Bien, on est en pleine nuit.
Thank Her Holiness.
En vrai, est-ce que les homards, ils auraient pas un truc à me donner? Les homards, putain, un peu plus de ce nom. Les homards. Merde.
The Nine Worlds is a no.
So you want me to...
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deal.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation.
I provide. Would you like to?
No thanks.
It is foolish.
Ah, donc retourner. Blackgate. Sûrement de nouveaux ennemis.
Impressive work taking down that bot.
That ain't right.
Tough break, dude. Let's see what you got.
Still got some.
Sort of control, looks like.
Bon, j'ai potentiellement tiré sur un garde sur lequel il fallait pas tirer, visiblement. Tout ce qui arrive. Oups. C'est où l'entrée encore de cette connerie? Ouais, c'est vrai, il y avait le...
I'm not playing. Are we going to do this?
La porte cachée. Bah du coup oui, Nero, normalement tous les jeux que j'ai ajoutés en wishlist, j'aimerais les faire passer un jour en stream. Jeu de ma liste spam.
To activate the gate, you will need to turn on a backup generator on the top floor and then upload the sequencing module from the gate control room.
possible, il est toujours bloqué, je sais pas pourquoi. Ouvert la porte gentiment.
No funny business now.
Mais non. Ouais. 13 mais en mieux. Alors 13 remaster.
This is the main control room where you will install the sequencing module once the power is restored.
Voilà. On a dit de mettre le générateur, mais... On dit hop, il va falloir... Là où va faire falloir...
You should already know that Miss Clara Sparks' death was a blow to us. We are now depending on you, Alex. Only a Denton or one of the trainees can use the gate.
Difficile.
That takes care of the power. Now get downstairs to load the sequencing module.
Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
Richel.
Wonderful. The device is operational.
Wonderful.
Now, Alex, simply take a deep breath and step inside. I'm willing to bet that this thing actually works.
Il y aurait tellement de téléporteurs de Alpha et Laurent. C'est rassurant tous ces tremblements. Après, je crois qu'aucun de ces trois jeux n'était réellement terminé.
Speak with me. I can explain what has come to pass. Yet more deviation from the plan. All was to arrive with the key, bringing the perfected genetic code. JC was to awaken to greet the new age. Instead, that woman came, followed soon after by the hateful ones. Where is Paul?
I'll bet that your intruders are Billy Adams along with some Templar backup. After that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
When JC arrived so many years ago, and the Versalite base fell silent, he took care of us. In return, we would maintain his habitat while he slept, and await Oswago's masterpiece. Paul was to accompany the key, but instead 2 keys have arrived, and Paul remains nowhere.
So where are the keys? The gate must use some sort of DNA fingerprinting, and since both Billy and I have Denton genetic code, we were able to use it. It was never about the training, was it? They were just perfecting the DNA.
The gate has only brought us destruction. The hateful ones threaten, capture, and murder us. We can neither fulfill our duties to JC, nor can we get to his habitat.
Why would the Templars bother with capture? I hate to be so blunt, but it seems that elimination would make more sense.
It is not clear. It seems they are trying to learn more about us, but in gravely vicious ways. Right now, there is one of our number in captivity. If you could help him reach this location, it would mean a great deal to us.
Bon, ok, on va pas approcher dessus, mais c'est pas grave. Un PNJ de Minecraft.
Perhaps you fear that you will inadvertently do the bidding of the Illuminati. Have patience. Nothing will be the same once you have revived JC Denton. Welcome to Antarctica, JC's sanctuary for 20 years.
Oui, pourquoi?
Why do you persist? Tong, Dumier, Her Holiness, they're all fools. Do you really understand what they're asking you to do? Go to 1004 and I'll contact you there.
Débrouille pas, mais c'est étrange.
They'll fight the other captured Grey that their leader was talking about. Save the poor creature, or the Templars will vivisect him to learn about the Grey's vulnerabilities.
What do you require?
Find your way home.
Exactly what they've all told you, but you're just a pawn, and reviving an ancient mad cyborg isn't going to help anyone.
And you found that the Templars are a sane and reasonable employer?
Lesser of the evils offered at this point. The other entities all want you to revive the man responsible for the collapse. What good can that possibly accomplish? Apostle Corps wants to worship him, and the Illuminati wants to try to control him.
And what would you propose?
The only safe way to deal with such dangerous power and such an unstable individual is to destroy him. It's the only way.
That's an interesting viewpoint, especially considering JC's work made us both what we are today.
That hardly matters in the grand scheme of things. You can try, but you're not going to be able to stop me from repurposing the Helios core for more beneficial purposes.
Et je te tue. Jamais vu ça. pense jamais à cela. C'est le mec en exo ça?
Repairing damage. Repairs complete. Initiating repairs. Finished.
Ils aiment beaucoup les lance-flammes. Avec cette merde. Non.
The bot's been shut down. This should be over fast. Still got some fight in me.
Il y avait aussi un autre chemin à suivre. On va aller regarder ce que ça dit. Je viens de sauter sur une pente, du coup je peux plus contrôler mon personnage. Alors je dis ça, là je fais rien du tout. Je monte tout seul comme un grand. Je pouvais plus le faire descendre ni le diriger. Donc, en effet, le GoldenEye 007 vient, selon Eurogamer, de retirer de la liste des jeux représentant un danger pour la jeunesse. Drain, tiens, ça me dit quelque chose. Oh bah oui. Est-ce que c'est ça? Non, c'est pas ce à quoi je pense, c'est pas grave. Le titre qui ont... Donc, Blood Rain qui aura droit à une remaster le 18 novembre prochain. C'est ce à quoi je pensais. C'est ça que je me référais au pingouin pour savoir là où j'étais déjà allé, mais ouais. 2 entrées ont des pingouins.
research facility was abandoned by First Life nearly 2 decades ago. You will need to power up its pilot beacon with a generator on the lower level of the B-wing before you will be able to leave Antarctica.
Here's a gift. Hope you like it. I'm out of here.
Tiens, je crois que je vois un ennemi qui se rend, tiens. Mais c'est parce que j'ai tiré sur son arme. Et c'est pas gentil ça. Voilà, un peu dessus. Aïe. Demandez, mais on va ouvrir ça du coup. Compenser leur bruit. Très bien. Ça vient dans Half-Life. Bah oui, les... comment elle s'appelle encore? Les aliens grab. Dans Half-Life 2, épisode 2, les sortes de gros vers des Andlions. Ouais.
Huh? You know someone's there.
Bah, figure-toi Nero que... Ça doit être un grisol. Ah. Allez, plus vite. Monte. Viens. Oh là là. Ah, c'est lent. Ouais. Sur Half-Life Alyx, il y a un groupe de modeurs qui se sont décidés à refaire les maps de GoldenEye. Je crois qu'il n'y en avait pas encore beaucoup. C'est la raison pour laquelle je les avais pas téléchargés, mais ouais, un de ces quatre, je ferai ça aussi.
I don't know about you, Edward, but I'm starting to get concerned. We've lost contact with the other bases and with headquarters. I think something terrible must have happened to the net. Maybe even the world.
Pour un mode d'arme. Pour l'instant, ils ont fait le niveau du... Le dam, en anglais, Merde, encore. Ah mais oui, c'est le gars qui s'était rendu. Pas grave. Allez, le dame. Barrage. Du barrage.
What's that I hear?
C'est moi. Bonne année.
Have you seen that thing? It was like the ice was building itself into something. Maybe I'm starting to lose my mind. Ça sera quand on aura fini de faire Mumus ici. Oui, c'est ça, c'est vraiment le même bruit. Donc là, il y a une vraie. Ça, vous ramassez son flingue, mais il est juste passé à travers le sol. Bon. On peut donc sortir de cette zone.
Your beacon is currently offline due to a lack of power. To contact your pilot, you'll first need to turn on the generator inside the facility.
Pardon. Oh, j'ai juste un pote qui voulait... Enfin, attends, counter. Le 1.6 ou source Oula, global. Let's go. Ouais, j'avais des potes qui voulaient Ils voulaient jouer, mais vu qu'ils sont pas rankés, on a fait de la retake.
To revive JC, you'll have to repair Helios's 5 processing modules with an infusion of your biomod architecture. Prepare yourself for the unexpected, Alex. JC is conscious, but trapped in a struggle with the Helios AI. His memory is so intermingled with the AI that echoes of his former life are embedded in the very construction of this sanctuary.
Alex Denton, welcome to your brother's sanctuary. My assignment is to answer your questions and provide transportation.
It's getting to be quite a crowd down here for an impregnable fortress. You were looking for J.C. Denton too?
I left Hong Kong in 2052 with instructions to search for J.C. Denton near Groom Lake in Nevada. I am an AI construct developed by Tracer Tong. My instructions were not to stop looking until I was certain that Mr. Denton was safe.
He isn't exactly safe with my former classmate Billy Adams skulking around. She went over to the Templars.
Billy Adams must be destroyed. If she damages the Helios core,
tu ne montes pas dans ton classement multijoueur, enfin de ranked, mais tu gagnes des niveaux de profil. On va dire ça comme ça.
So that I can land safely and take you to your next destination.
Il y a les 5 modules de l'IA. Par le JC.
Look at this funhouse. I guess it's some sort of architectural photo album. This room is from Hong Kong, where J.C. Denton went into hiding for a while. Talk about ego.
The other key is already here. It is time to awaken J.C., but we fear she is here to prevent it and to harm him. You must stop her.
But how?
Upon the arrival of the key, J.C. was to be awakened to welcome the perfected genetic code. Then he and Paul were to share it with the world. Now there is much unexpected violence, but we will proceed according to the original plan.
What needs to be done?
Activate the nodes, reconnect him with the waking, but beware.
What do you mean?
She has machines, weapons. She has hate. She intends to destroy JC.
Look at this funhouse. I guess it's some sort of architectural photo album. This room is from Hong Kong, where J.C. Denton went into hiding for a while. Talk about ego. Is this what you want to bring about? The whole world recreated in his image?
Ah bien, on nous rend démunis. J'ai aucun intérêt à descendre. J'ai dit il fallait faire un truc ou quoi, non, c'était juste buter des bestioles, récupérer les... Enfin, lire les deux datapads. Les mecs de Versailles qui sont partis dans une expédition perdue d'avance.
work, Alex. Repair this Tower of Babel, and just when the king reaches out to touch the sky, we will be there to snatch his hand away.
She moves to destroy JC. We do not understand this violence against her.
Thanks for doing all the hard work finding the way in here. All I had to do was follow in your footsteps, and now I'm just minutes away from completing my objective.
Just walk away, Billy. I'm here to awaken JC.
Don't let Apostle Corps or the Illuminati use you as a pawn. One wants to worship JC, and the other wants to try to control him. Neither group can see he's too mad and too powerful for either. I'm going to destroy him while he's still weak. It's the only sane answer.
I can't let you do that. I'm going to take you down, but I'll try to...
So this is how it ends? Okay. I'm ready, but I don't think you are. You may have dealt with SSC or even armored Templars before, but you've never taken on a true equal. Or a friend. But I guess you're just as crazy as the rest of them. This shouldn't take too long. Now you really upset me. Not that!
Gros combat. Et on va faire en sorte de les garder en vie.
Yes. Merging. Find me near the entrance to the sanctuary.
Il a tellement plus la gueule de JC Denton. What the fuck?
At last, my scientists succeeded. You were the complete solution. My brother Paul was to be upgraded first so that he could carry the infusions through the gate, but there was a setback.
You're really JC Denton. What happened to your brother?
He nearly died 2 years ago. My chief scientist, Tracer Tong, thought that he'd perfected the biomod substrate, but there were recombinant anomalies in Paul. He had to be cryogenically frozen to save his life. Luckily, you and the other subjects at last accepted complete transformation.
Which is why we can pass through the gate and enter this place.
That, and much more. We're now ready to transform the human race. It became clear to me after the defeat of MJ-12 that the old answers to tyranny are inadequate. I needed the Helios merger in order to contemplate the problem effectively.
And?
I'm going to establish the first post-human civilization, and you're my first citizen. Welcome.
A new civilization? That's a pretty tall order. What do you need from me?
I need you to return to Cairo to rescue my brother Paul, who was seized by the Templars. Then meet me at Liberty Island, where in the ruins of an old military base there is an Aquinas node that can be used to distribute the infusion technology worldwide.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Before the disruptions, Helios and I had many months of productive thought. Up to now, all free societies have started with one premise. Human nature is cruel, unjust, a force to be controlled.
I follow you so far.
The separation of powers, from Aristotle to Montesquieu, is designed purely to thwart the ambitions of individuals. How comical the West pride in its vast tangle of agencies, jurisdictions, arcane procedures.
What's the alternative?
Address the flaws in human nature. Make all beings truly equal in both body and mind. If you start with minds that are lucid, knowledgeable, and emotionally sound, the needs of government change dramatically.
How do you control human emotions? Antidepressants? Is that freedom?
Is it freedom when one child is born to poverty, a chance combination of organic materials, while the wealthy child is shaped every day of his life, enhanced genetically, trained, educated, often augmented nanotechnologically?
Why not get rid of nanotech and genetic engineering, the technologies that make people different from each other?
Then you go down the path of intolerance as your friend Billy did. Is human nature perfect? No. Therefore, improvements are to be welcomed, not annihilated in Templar pogroms. As enhanced beings, we can establish a pure democracy that runs on instantaneous input from the electorate.
What would this pure democracy look like?
The Helios AI has the processing power to handle all governmental functions worldwide, legislative, executive, and judicial. Once every mind has been enhanced and can merge with the AI, attitudes towards major legislation can be processed on a daily or even more frequent basis.
You want everyone to be like the Omar and meld themselves together into one huge AI construct?
Helios will communicate, not assimilate. Life will go on as usual.
Helios is starting to sound like an enlightened despot.
All governments have power. The benefit of giving this power to a synthetic intellect is that human affairs would no longer need to be ruled by generalities. Helios will have a deep understanding of every person's life and opinions.
What if I don't want someone peeking into my mind?
Upon consideration, you'll see that this arrangement is for the best. General ideas are no proof of the strength, but rather of the insufficiency of the human intellect. The words of Alexis de Tocqueville, an observer of the birth of modern democracy. Though general ideas allow human minds to make judgments quickly, they are necessarily incomplete.
So
de Tocqueville noted that an all-knowing mind, the mind of God as he conceived it, would have no need for general ideas. It would understand every individual in detail and at a glance. Incomplete applications of law or justice would be impossible for such a mind.
So you see yourself as a god?
I want human affairs to be driven by wisdom. Finding the correct recipe for wisdom has been my project these long years under the ice.
You seem to think you've succeeded.
Wisdom must first be human. You must start with what a human sees and feels. But wisdom must also be knowledgeable, logical, and fair to billions of other beings.
How much of you is a machine?
Helios and I are one consciousness. No distinction is possible.
You expect 10 billion people to submit to the rule of a software construct? What if some of them resist?
The people will welcome true equality. Help me, Alex. You've come this far toward restoring Apostle Corps. Finish the job by rescuing my brother from the Templars in Cairo.
I'll leave for Cairo as soon as I can.
A helicopter followed you here. Tracer Tong sent it to pick me up from Area 51 after my infiltration of MJ-12. Ava Johnson was the pilot, an AI construct. I'm putting her at your disposal. Go back to the surface and activate the pilot beacon at the abandoned VersaLife base so that she will...
Okay. Tout va bien.
Alex Denton. How does it feel to share such an infamous name? Don't be deluded by the AI's ingenuity. Your brother JC has long since been devoured by the Helios core, and if you revive Paul, you will be reviving a sworn terrorist. There is a better way. More when you reach Cairo.
Bah voilà une façon de voir les choses. Pas trop sûr de comment on va pouvoir gérer ça. C'est pas ouf non plus hein ces solutions. Lol, on va pacifier tous les humains et on va les connecter avec une IA qui va pouvoir juger tout le monde et prendre les décisions à la place de tout le monde. Nice. Non en fait.
I destroyed the entire city of Chicago only because the threat from Apostle Corps warranted such desperate tactics. Come to the holocron in 10-04. It's time you learn the truth about your past.
Ouais. Je vais voir si j'ai pas de l'eau qui se balade. La fenêtre ouverte. Et hop. Il était temps de fermer la fenêtre. Bah on a pas mal de vent effectivement et de la pluie.
You dare murder a nutball? I've still got some fight in me. I'm doomed.
Oh wow.
I will find
Oh, this will be interesting. You're no match for a jump.
Ouais, c'est pas un bon plan, c'est beaucoup trop lent. À désactiver le truc. T'as eu le truc. La caméra. Non, ça démute.
So you gave the order to destroy my hometown.
By now, you will have been told that you were the third Denton prototype. That isn't quite true, or I wouldn't have been willing to destroy an entire city to kill you.
This better be good.
Unlike the first Dentons, who were straight clones of an ideal individual, you were, how do I put it, average. A feeble little mongrel who was made into a Denton.
You're starting to hurt my feelings.
JC and Paul Denton never escaped their original programming. They instead succeeded in making copies of themselves. Without realizing it, they worked toward the precise society envisioned by the Illuminati and its default mission, MJ-12. A population configured for transparency, integration, control. Follow me?
Interesting theory. What is it you want from me?
A sympathetic ear for now. Believe me, child of the City of Destruction. The last days of humankind may be at hand. Help me when I call on you, and I will have no need to destroy more cities. Only one Apostle Core facility remains, and I simply need the device JC Denton has assembled there.
Turn on the generator on the lower level of the main universe of base in order to make it possible to activate the pilot bacon. Pardon, pas bacon. bacon du pilote.
Right up ahead, Alex. Transgenics. Its research facilities where Vossel those creatures. Sorry to say, the generator is in the back of the complex. Somebody there?
Non.
Found me. Hey, where's your suit? You one of us?
A Templar? No.
Who sent you? You look modified.
Maybe I am.
Well, don't think we're all fanatics about that stuff. You won't see me taking any mods, but, you know, to each his own. My unit got sent down here to see if we could find an unlock control for the Denton bunker. Figures we'd get jumped by a bunch of mutants. I'm the only one left.
How'd you end up in there?
One of those hippo things had me cornered. I panicked and locked myself up. Hey, think you could get me out of here? This lock shouldn't be too hard to pick. I pulled the grate shut for protection. How was I to know it was gonna lock behind me? I know you probably didn't want to do that, but thanks.
No problem.
We have our differences. Maybe I care a little more about some things, purity of the soul and all that, but that doesn't mean we can't get along.
Think you can find your way out?
I got myself in here, didn't I?
Good luck.
Yeah, I can find my way out, but... Hey, look at me again. I was right, wasn't I? You're modified. You're a stinking defiler. Just go ahead and try something. Your time on...
Bien essayé. J'imagine.
Here's the generator. Simply run it online. The pilot beacon will be receiving power. Good work. Power is restored and the beacon is ready to be activated. Just turn it on and your pilot will be able to land.
Reassembling. Tampering with a medical bot is a crime punishable by a jail term not to exceed 20 years.
We're running out of energy here, so...
We're all going to have to make some sacrifices. Survival first. We can't justify diverting our resources to any of our experiments anymore. Namely, I think it may finally be time to stop the food supply to the Greys.
What's that? Hello?
Important les mines.
Calm down. I think we have a far more serious problem. I don't think it was one of us who took down the containment fields. I think they did it themselves. And I think there was someone, or something, out on the ice now. Calm down. I think we have a far more serious problem. I don't think it was one of us who took down the containment fields. I think they did it themselves. And I think there was someone, or something, out on the ice now.
Outside the front of the facility near the hut. Okay.
Stand clear. I'm about to land.
How will JC get there?
JC Denton is already there, in a matter of speaking. He will be preparing the systems necessary for...
This is what you were talking about, the Nine Worlds tap.
JC does not use the word advance. This notion is present in my original...
What good are socio-political notions to...
You will have to ask Mr. Tom.
Just a minute.
Very well.
Cool, on va bien au Caire.
Shall we leave?
I'm ready.
Get some rest.
Ok. Ok.
The Templars have overrun all of New Cairo, including the mosque. They have moved Paul Denton's cryo-storage tank to Flight Bay 24.
What do you know about the Templar defense?
They had deep roots in the local population.
What happened to...
They were eliminated. SSC Chief Farrah Maxwell stormed the arcology with forces flown in from Germany, but they were surrounded and are now pinned down somewhere inside the structure.
So I'm on my own.
I will wait here for now. After you find Paul, I will meet you in Flight Bay 23 at the top of the arcology. Good luck.
This is what the Illuminati wants you to do. Destroy Paul Denton and help return biomod technology to international regulation. Please discuss the operation with the elite commando waiting for you in the street. Paul's frozen body is located in Flight Bay 24 on level 110 of the arcology.
Both of us are targets here. We will work separately until the final phase of the operation.
What do you expect me?
You will infiltrate the New Cairo arcology. I will do the same and join you prior to the assault.
If anyone's a glaring target for Templar Paladins, it's a biomodified commando like yourself.
Then we agree to maintain the minimal threat profile until the crew...
What if I'd rather work alone?
Our orders are to work together. We will destroy Paul Denton and return biomod technology to international regulation.
Understood.
Good.
I figured you'd knock around Europe for a while. You do know that the Medina could get overrun by Templars at any moment.
Thought there might be some trade in refugees. You know, quick hops away from trouble. But there hasn't been enough action yet for people to start liking my rate.
I can take care of myself, but I might have use for a pilot later. A long trip.
Guess that would pay better than these Medina scabs. I offer to save their lives, and the best they can do is 12 credits. How about you make a reasonable...
I'll get back to you.
C'est pour rien de retrouver également les homards.
It seems that the Illuminati is making one last grab for power. You must revive Paul, Alex. Apostle Corps needs a strong leader who can restore it to global prominence. The Illuminati only want to steal our research to increase their wealth and power.
Come down. It's a beautiful day for a walk.
You know I can't.
No more excuses about your grandfather. The plague is gone. Look at the sky.
JC Denton has a hold on your imagination, perhaps. Talk to your friend Leo in front of the mosque. See how much he likes enforced modification. Do you really think Apostle Corps is any different than the sect of the Omar?
We offer only the finest.
What's available?
Perhaps you want a black market biomod canister.
Maybe another time.
That.
Leo? Is that you? The frog suit threw me for a second.
Alex, familiar face. Just what I need.
I guess I don't have to ask whether you're still working for the Omar.
I've completed phase 1 of the Omar induction. He said I would have 2 months to decide whether to accept the cortical interface, which will make me a true Omar. But they are afraid the Templars will attack the Medina. They want me to undergo phase 2 immediately.
Sounds like you're having second thoughts.
There's no turning back after phase 2. I'd be almost invincible with cyborg hardware plus the Tarsus biomods, but this stuff's not like a nanite infusion. I'm still sore from the transskeletal supports I already have.
Just tell them you need time to think about it.
They say I have chosen. They say they will find me when I'm asleep and complete the operation. Then I will think like an Omar. It will be too late for choices.
Maybe you should leave town.
No money. I'd have to go on foot. With thermal vision, they'd pick me out on the desert plain like a pilot beacon.
Here's some money for a pilot.
You sure?
Go ahead, take it.
I don't know what to say. Thanks.
If you want to pay me back, maybe you could find a pilot to take you to the Statue of Liberty in New York.
What for? I think I'd find more work in you.
There's something you don't know about the Tarsus experiments.
Yeah?
The experiments were started by J.C. Denton and his brother Paul. They wanted to develop a biomod architecture that they could distribute to everyone on the planet.
They'll probably make a bundle, too. So that's why they dropped out of sight?
It's some sort of utopian vision they have. A society based on absolute equality. Meanwhile, everyone wants a piece of the technology, including the Order and WTO, which are both puppets of a contemporary incarnation of the Illuminati, believe it or not. And of course the Templars want to destroy it.
A utopia of human-machine super beings? Sounds familiar.
Liberty Island is critical for J.C. Denton's plan. We'll find out more when we get there.
Right. Like I'm about to sign up with a guy who wants to mod people by force. If you ask me, I think you're dealing with crazies on all sides. Knights Templar? Do they really think they're knights or what?
Well, show up in New York and maybe you can help me sort all this out.
Universal biomodification doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Hardly a political ideal. Don't be fooled by J.C. Denton's rhetoric. He is the mouthpiece for an AI construct, just like an Omar. Just like your old classmate Leo.
Donc on va au moins avoir le choix entre deux fins. Super. On peut plus avoir des masses de possibilités.
I'm leaving.
Let me see your face.
Get back here! That's asking for trouble, mate.
Mike. Ça servait à rien d'aller là. Ça s'en serait pété.
Cheer up, the plague is gone.
Ouais.
Convergence is...
Alex, you were right. Her Holiness put my mind at ease. What an extraordinary development. Seekers standing beside Enclave chairmen. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime.
What do Enclave dwellers think of all this?
Most are skeptics, to be sure. But with official sanction, we can finally start to make some progress. Children will grow up seeing us as prominent members of WTO Enclave management.
How does the Church and Mr. Dumier plan to deal with New Cairo? There won't be any Enclave citizens to convert if the Templars get their way.
Her Holiness said that I would be most useful in the Medina, comforting our concerned believers. Perhaps there is an operation planned against the arcology, but I did not inquire. I trust Her Holiness to take appropriate action.
Fair enough. Please, don't let me interrupt.
It is time for the attack.
Listen, Her Holiness is speaking.
My Seekers, from today you are all missionaries. Chairman Dumier welcomes your teaching in the WTO enclaves. Just as Rome once
Ouf. Ça commence bien.
Templars have taken the mosque. People seeking sanctuary there are now trapped.
This will be interesting.
The are indifferent to them, but the security bot will shoot any non-Templars. If you eliminated the bot, the people will probably escape.
That's enough. I'm leaving.
There's been a scuffle.
You've got our attention now.
What's
much
that
to
I
your
hear?
misfortune.
I will keep this area secure. Let's take it. I will not succumb to you. To the death.
J'ai l'impression d'entendre les voice lines qu'on peut enregistrer pour les Wind.
Oh my god! A body!
Someone killed him!
C'est because.
Someone's been hurt. It's not safe.
Those noises bode ill. What?
D'armes. C'est fermé. Hop. Paul Denton, he is being held by the Templar in flight by 24 and 1110 of the Care Archaeology. Ouais mais... Bon. Apostle Corps, revive and protect Paul Denton in flight bay 24 on level 110. Écoute de fait. Ouais.
Good.
How'd you get past the Templar defense?
My priorities are survival and infiltration, at any cost.
Young enemy, my name is Pliable. How quickly you kindle a faith in a brother you never knew.
Maybe I plan to kill him, like the Illuminati.
Then your ear bends to the worldly wiseman, to continue the archaic analogy. The smallest breeze carries you off nature's straight and narrow path, which is ever eroded.
I'll keep that in mind.
Chairman Dumier lusts for worldly power. J.C. Denton, what's left of him, lusts for worldly bliss. And to both of them you are nothing but a finely wrought tool.
I suppose you're entitled to your opinion.
Why so hostile? I'm not evil. I merely oppose the powers that have shaped and confined you up until now. Just allow my scientist, Dr. Todd, to scan your cell nuclei.
You're asking me to join the Templars?
Yes, young Pliable. Dr. Todd is waiting for you in the flight bay. Do as he asks. As long as you cooperate, my paladins will hold their fire.
You will regret this. Had to try harder. This is
I'll take that as a slap in the face. Don't be a fool, Alex. Do you really think that the Dentons will have any use for you once the technology is imposed on humanity? Be a nanite plague worse than the one in Cairo, and you will be responsible.
I'm preparing to meet you in Flight Bay 23, but the pilot beacon seems to be offline. You will need to activate it before I can land.
I just need one little drop of blood from the tip of your finger.
What's the sample for?
A good cause. Let me see your finger.
Take my blood.
My, the flesh seems almost human. You might feel a little stick. Some sort of monomolecular mesh. Let me try a different needle. There, all done. My compliments.
Now my technicians can be certain of our counter nanite. Come to New York, young Pliable. We have work to do. Your pilot will have to meet you in Flight Bay 23 because my people cannot be interrupted.
So, you want to hammer us back into the Dark Ages? Don't think I'm going to ignore a threat to the world I brought back from ashes. I'm sending in some commandos. If somehow you survive, more will be waiting for you on Liberty Island. And so will I.
It's like...
Enemy taking
Be your last time messing with the WTO.
Cool it!
I'm watching you.
Ah, ok. C'est mort.
I guess to you, Paul was just another clone. Now so are you. I hope you like being alone. That's enough.
Ouais, bah laisse-moi passer, putain. J'allais dire, les commandos, ils allaient sûrement pas faire long feu, parce qu'on a beau dire ce qu'on veut, les autres ils ont des lance-roquettes et tout ce que tu veux, donc... Ouais, donc... Oh putain. Quel bordel. Attends, donc là où j'en suis, j'ai encore la possibilité de faire toutes les fins.
It seems that the trespasser has fled. You are not.
Initiating repairs. Finished.
What's the situation? The Templars have the arcology locked down and have removed the pilot beacon, so we can't even call for it.
Did they destroy it, or just...
We expect that they just relocated it, since the beacon has to be within a certain range of the hangar bay to be useful. But we can't get out to search for it, let alone activate it. We suspect it may be up in the control room, since that area is so heavily guarded. If you can find it and turn it on, the SSC would know to send it...
Bah ouais, moi je peux y accéder, donc c'est pas un problème. Par là.
Wait a minute, you aren't my pilot.
Do I look like it?
I have 5 pilots, and you aren't any of them. This is just...
Had any trouble with the temp...
Trouble? Trouble? Not at all.
Maybe I can help...
Oh, sure.
What's that? This bears some investigation. Engaging in combat.
Make evil your heart.
What next?
I will be waiting for you here at Liberty Island. J.C. Denton seems to be...
What are your scientists going to do with Paul Denton?
Verify that our counter-nanite, which we intend to deploy worldwide, can disable the Denton biomod system without destroying the host. I will have the results by the time...
You found the pilot beacon. Excellent. My navigation unit has what it needs.
I've already dealt with the situation in Flight Bay.
J.C. Denton needs you alive in order for the procedure to work. That is...
What procedure?
He needs to upgrade the Helios core by merging it with your systems. With access to a living host, Helios will be able to regulate the planet-wide distribution.
So I'm going to be merged with Helios?
Every person on Earth will be merged to one degree.
Let's go.
As you wish, JC.
Ok.
I cannot watch over you anymore because I am needed elsewhere. Here is a map of the island. I hope that when the time comes, you will choose to join us, Alex.
Faithful soldier, our objective is to recover the Aquinas Protocol specification from a computer on the lower level of your netcode. J.C. Denton's machine taps into the old Aquinas network. Creating our own hub would then switch J.C.'s machine for the opposite of its intended purpose.
Alex, you understand that my machine taps into MJ-12's network. The right thing to do is make this network available to everyone on the planet. I hope you will reconsider the maniac who destroyed your childhood home, along with 8 million people in the surrounding area.
En vrai, le lance-roquette, il utilise pas de munitions, ça. Dub à la fin, j'ai pas réussi à faire que ça et c'est un peu le bordel partout. Chaotique neutral. Enfin, neutre. Upload the Akina specification data de JSON institute to merge with GC. Ouais, doing so will bring ouais. Ok, to complete or continue Akina specification level on your co. C'est le truc de l'Akina. Comment on ne fait pas remonter dans l'envers de ça souvent.
Now he's a laboratory specimen, if he's alive at all.
Just like I was.
You have no reason to hate us.
Your enemies have occupied the island.
I have no enemies, merely topographies of ignorance. The people drift aimlessly, collecting into clans, wherever they find a glimmer of...
You don't sound worried.
You're wasting time. I want you to locate the Aquinas specification inside UNATCO. When Helios has recovered its hub privileges, you'll step into the infusion chamber and the nanites in your body will be replicated in the air and ultimately in the bloodstreams of every last human being. With this act, the geography of human thinking will be leveled. Every mind will be part of a continuum.
Et on peut représenter comme allié et pas neutre. Bon, lui qui a besoin de moi aussi. Y a des munes, on va en profiter. Pensais qu'à un moment on aurait besoin de... comment des extincteurs, d'un... J'ai jamais vu la couleur de leur utilisation. Ce n'est de pouvoir stun les ennemis. J'en ai jamais eu besoin. Bunker K. Où je vais, je ne sais pas ce que je fais.
Alex, you have made a poor decision. I'm on the North Dock. Come talk to me and reconsider your actions.
Partie Island East Side. Bien ça.
Alex, I'm here. I took cover in the comm van by the UNATCO ruins. Let's talk. Time to decide who we're gonna bring down first.
I don't need you, Alex. I can restore Aquinas myself. I just sent my commandos into UNATCO to make sure we don't transmit the protocol data.
Systems failing.
Les ruines de l'UNATCO. Bon, c'est là que je dois aller, ça c'est sûr. Récupérer le bazar et à partir de là, je peux décider de la fin que je vais faire. Alors que nous avons... La fin des Homars, la fin des Illuminati, des Templiers et d'Apostle Corp.
Shut up.
Tenez, à moi. Ah, le fameux drapeau. Qui apparemment donne accès à un niveau secret.
Weird.
What can you tell me about this place?
What's to tell? It's where I live. 15 years now. I was the first one to show up. Guess it was abandoned during the collapse. I don't know what's going on out there, but this is my home, and I'm
Yeah? What kind of equipment do you have?
just some things I scavenged from a couple of thugs a while back. You at the raid want to do business?
Maybe another time.
Okay. I'm sorry I let you down, man.
Il dirait que les commandos n'ont réellement aucune chance face aux mechas, en vrai. C'est chiotant, hein.
That poison? Sorry, I'm Ghost. Gotta look after my own, know what I mean?
Time to cool it, know what I'm saying? I'm about done talking, yo. Know what I'm saying?
Ta gueule.
I've still got some fight in me.
Good day.
Greetings.
That's right, you already lost.
You've got my attention. Engaging in combat.
It seems this zone is safe and secure again.
Ah bah ça aurait pu aider ta pote aussi. Un combo qui fonctionne encore. Il y avait des bonnes batteries. Hein. Vraiment c'est aux toilettes qu'il faut les porter. Bien compris. On va voir. C'est ça. Niveau bonus. Au niveau des ruines du QG du NATCO dans les Partie Island, vous trouverez un drapeau des Nations Unies. Prenez-le rendez-vous dans les toilettes du bureau de Manderley. Ok. Manderley. Manderley, ouais. Ok. Pardon, je ne saurais plus dire qui était Manderley. C'est fou quoi, donc ouais.
It's not too late to avoid another collapse. Transmit the Aquinas specification to the WTO orbiting science platform affiliate. Most of humanity wants to rebuild, Alex. Ignore them, and what are you fighting for? Not freedom, not democracy. Then what?
Myself. Merde. Pardon.
I remember a time when these machines were operational. They were the backbone of pre-collapse society.
And they called it Aquinas.
C'était un des chefs de...
No one knew that name.
Merci, Nero.
By the 2050s, communications protocols had become successively more comprehensive and classified, until there was only one protocol, synonymous with all economic activity, yet managed by a very small group of people.
What do I need to do?
I am the only world leader who would use this network against machine evolution. Please, nothing but obsolescence awaits humanity if we go back to microsecond economics. Revive Aquinas and assign hub privileges to our computing center in Munich.
You're confident you can deploy your biomod weapon worldwide?
Yes. We will be able to reconfigure J.C. Denton's contraption to end the plague of biomodification once and for all.
Save avant ça. Ah. Okay. Donc ça fait 3 fins. Minati, Templar et JC Denton. C'est vraiment à partir d'ici qu'on choisit tout. Ou les chiottes de l'autre guignol. Que ce soit pas des conneries. Hermann Günther. Je vois pas trop où c'est le bureau de l'autre guignol du coup. Qu'on avait dû y aller quand même pas mal au bureau de Menderly en premier. Mais je ne saurais plus dans lequel était ça. Ah. And now for the real endgame. Real. Real. C'est pas moi.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Oh, je peux pas prendre ça.
Get off
Just
me.
scurry on by, I'm busy.
Ok, ouais, bon bah c'est...
I would not advise you to do that.
Ok, bah... C'est la blague des devs. Et de... Bon. Supplémentaire j'imagine dans des notepads. Et j'ai la flemme. This was a one-way trip, have fun reloading. De l'humour. Alors.
Excellent. My technicians on Ophelia are already configuring the first operational Aquinas hub in a generation, one which is in orbit and safe from tampering. Now make sure that both Denton brothers are dead and destroy their illegal machine.
Anyone there? Who's there? Baphomet! Guide me into battle! Another 20 years of chaos. You have broken from me completely. Do not expect to leave the island alive.
Qu'est-ce que je veux?
Irredeemable. You're absolutely irredeemable. Prepare yourself for the grave.
I think let's go.
What the fuck, boy?
I will have to take your biomod materials by force.
Oh, il fait des roulades! Incroyable! Wow. Okay. Upload the original specification data to Illuminati, then kill GC and Paul Denton and destroy the machine inside the statue. Doing so will bring it about. les deux frères, mais là on en avait qu'un. Il est où l'autre? Voilà. GC and Paul Denton. Et où l'autre? Gentil, on en a tué un, mais... Le deuxième était le contrôle des Templiers. Les Templiers. Le truc avec les gens qui dansent, c'est juste une fin bonus. Genre là, tout le monde s'amuse. XPTDR. Ils sont alliés eux maintenant. Ah bah oui.
Historians no longer doubt that an event such as the collapse was necessary for the emergence of our global democratic state. How else would everyone, high and low, have been convinced to embrace communal scrutiny? It's hard to believe, but prior to 2052, humans lived in armed encampments of hundreds of millions of people. Now, after a century of peace, our great cities flourish. Enormous towers command the landscape on every continent. 1 trillion transactions per second. So much inscrutable activity. Yet we are united, at peace, and free. We owe it all to Ophelia, a name we all know. But what is Ophelia? A system? A place? We all know her name, yet our leaders deny that she even exists. Believe, citizens. Believe in the creator of our world. Is it wrong to love a being you cannot see? Such belief is the highest faculty a human being can develop. If you doubt that she exists, just look around. Look at all she has made.
Oh, c'est pas si horrible. Ok. On a vu pire comme fin. Il se passe pourquoi c'est. Pourquoi ça lag? Bon, on va relancer le jeu.
Now make sure that both Dentons have been killed. Then step into JC Denton's machine inside the statue so that the ducts will be primed with your nanite capsid architecture. My scientists will do the rest.
Bon. On va voir le process. Un gros sale. Faudra faire ça à chaque fin. La cinématique qui doit foutre ça en l'air. Ouais, on a probablement perdu quelques images, mais c'est pas... Tiens, j'ai plus de curseur. Ça y est à nouveau, très bien, what the fuck. Très bien. Alors, c'est chargé la partie qui fait la guide. Sérieux? Ok. Y'a plus rien qui marche. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette merde? Au moins on a vu une fin, mais... Prévoir les autres s'il vous plaît. Bah non, c'est le jeu qui ne veut plus fonctionner correctement, juste d'avoir fini une fin. Bref. On va voir avec ça. Ça va mieux, mais ça lag toujours. Oh là là. Bien. Ouais. C'est spécifiquement après avoir chargé... Alors ces deux parties là qui sont à l'intérieur. Ouais, on va prendre Liberty Island. J'espère que ça va aller. Ok, très bien. Non, très bien du tout. Ouais.
Alex, you have made a poor decision. I'm on the North Dock. Come talk to me and reconsider your actions.
Tente que le dialogue se barre. Pourquoi est-ce que ça fait ça maintenant? On va fermer ça. Parce que je voulais regarder ici. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il dit avec ce truc? C'est pas ça. Euh... Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Là-dedans. Il faudrait que je désactive le truc multicore. Voilà. Très bien. Ok. Ouais, ça tourne, mais c'est quand même pas des plus fluides. On a beaucoup de petits stutters. Ok, very très good. Ok, il tourne que sur un seul CPU, très bien. Un CPU, bref, on se comprend. Je vais revenir au jeu aussi. Ah bah voilà. Par contre, est-ce que sur le stream tout est encore bon? J'en ai l'impression, très bien, ok. Le truc le plus chelou que j'ai eu de... depuis que je... Templar.
Now make sure that both Dentons have been killed, then step into JC Denton's machine inside the statue so that the ducts will be primed.
Engaging in combat.
Capsid architecture. My scientists will do the rest.
Voilà, je crois. C'est très bien, ça crache en plus. Oh boy. Allez. On va continuer avec un seul corps actif. Voir si, et c'est un peu du mal, mais il nous reste à faire. Down to shoot, fucking noob. Hop. Un peu laggy, mais bon, tant que ça fonctionne. Beaucoup de santé, le bonhomme. C'est comme sérieux, ça. Donc on a eu la fin des Illuminati, entre guillemets. Et bien, qui finit bien, sauf qu'ils ont la main mise sur le monde entier et qui contrôlent tout et qui voient tout. Mais il y a du pire.
You will be gratified to hear that our test was successful. Paul Denton has survived. And is the procedure dangerous? Not life-threatening. Paul is no weaker than...
What about the Illuminati?
Without Aquinas, they will be...
Another arcane...
Yes. My enemies seek to establish...
Tell me what you want me...
Finish off the Denton brothers and step into them.
You can count...
They don't appreciate being wrong around. Poseidon!
Elle mérite d'être très straightforward. Des pertes d'image. Non. C'est juste le jeu qui lag un peu parce qu'on n'utilise qu'un seul processeur, mais j'ai mis aussi j'en ai.
No, the Templars are destroying the Helios core. Satisfied, Alex? I'm mortal like you again. Helios won't be able to save me this time, but I don't plan to be the one who needs saving.
There's nothing wrong with being human. Apparently you lost sight of that long ago.
You're wrong. Everything I've built, including you, was meant to ensure the survival of humanity. Like it or not, intelligent life will evolve to the next level. With or without us.
With or without one of us, you mean? I'm a Knight Templar now. Maybe...
Yes, and it's...
Ah, il change vite d'avis le bonhomme. Bon, merci de Fire.
Good citizens, paladins, we have won! Allow me this allegory. Our forebears would say that we have at last reached the Delectable Mountains. Yes, well, we have conquered these mountains, and soon not one hill will have a name other than Clear. We have burned the land clean. What cells of disease remain are few in number and short on time. But friends, citizens, I tell you today that we have a new enemy. The enemy's name is Error, and it stands tall against the horizon. This new enemy is all too human. But we will act now, before these traitors spread their disease to other susceptible minds.
Non? Non. Eh bien. Un peu claqué au sol cette fin, hein. Très bien. Très bien. Je vais voir si je mets plutôt un autre en priorité. Bah là on a fait 2 fins, donc techniquement ouais, on a pas mal terminé le jeu. 2 fins sur 4.
Engaging in combat.
Irredeemable. You're absolutely irredeemable. Prepare yourself for the grave.
Cette fin là où on va sauter dans la machine de JC Danton. Tout le monde va être transformé en drone. Non. Oh, mais quel travail d'esquive! Incroyable!
Step into the chamber.
Frérot.
Helios will speak. Year of our union, 125. Our consensus remains clear. Yes, we will prolong this second century of peace. Economic automation is complete. Our research will now encompass other frontiers. Yes, this is the consensus we have created. Our unity will soon be absolute. The remaining boundaries are vanishing. Yes, share your mind with everyone. Open yourself. Your needs are the needs of all. Let us understand and be transformed. Yes, transform each other and transform yourselves. The only frontier that has ever existed is the self. Helios has spoken.
Bon, en vrai, la fin de... des Illuminati, elle est pas si mal que ça, hein. Il a rechangé tout ça. pu charger une sauvegarde de dehors. C'est plus simple. Bref, ça va pas être long. Et le chemin maintenant. Non, beaucoup trop vieux. Et de toute façon, le truc c'est que j'utilise un exécutable qui n'est pas celui du jeu de base. Donc d'après Steam, je ne joue même pas au jeu. Ah, heureusement que ce problème est arrivé à la fin du jeu, parce que ça aurait été casse-couille d'avoir ces stutters l'entièreté du jeu. Alors, ici on doit tuer les chefs. Ouais, allez.
The Dis Act, the geography.
Saw why the leaders go down. They're made of flesh just like you and me. Forget their schemes. Wipe them all out and destroy whatever it is JC Denton built inside the statue. I'm serious. Meet me at the combat if you want some help.
Donc celui-là... Ok, c'était peut-être pas une bonne idée de faire un retour Windows pendant le chargement. Voilà. Je vais m'occuper de cela en dernier, mais bon. Donc, ils nous disent de tuer... Un des homards. Tuer tous les chefs de faction. Ensuite pour trouver le camp des Illuminati. Et tuer leur chef. Partie Est. Tong sur les docks. Donc JC Denton, je l'ai tué. Est pour Tong. Non. On verra. J'en doute fortement. Que si je suis en forme, c'est pas un stream que j'ai envie de faire, ce serait avancer dans les vidéos. Pour être en forme ne m'arrive pas souvent. Faut le savoir. Je le sais peut-être.
Hold your fire. You will be gratified to hear that is the procedure not life.
Mais il parle même pas de tuer celui-là.
What about the Illuminati without Aquinas? Another Yes. My enemies seek
Tell me what you want. Find the Aquinas. Blablabla.
I'm certain
On va quand même le tuer pour la forme, hein. Ça va faire de mal. Si, vu que maintenant je vais avoir l'entièreté de... ce présent, ils vont me tirer dessus. Ça va être sympa. West side. Ouais, c'est ici les docks. Ah. Illuminati. C'est pas ça, mais c'est quand même un campement. Il restera Tong. Les Illuminati sont déjà pas contents avec moi, donc ça va pas le faire. Une save quand même. Non, pas ici.
Looks like I should take a closer look. You will regret it.
Really? Big deal.
Tout ce que j'avais à faire, c'était retaper une sauvegarde histoire que ça lag plus. Sérieux? Il me semble que ça lag plus. Après, je me trompe peut-être. Aurait simplement été en... Enfin, what the fuck. Bon, c'est parce que c'est une toute petite map. Ça lag. Donc, j'ai un peu ça.
I'll take a closer look. You will regret this.
Sure you don't want to reconsider? You could set a sound. You're a
Blah,
touch.
blah,
How do I know you?
blah,
We need a
blah,
new
blah,
generation of
blah,
leaders.
blah,
I see.
blah,
Work
blah,
with
blah,
us.
blah.
A generous. Find the acquaintance
Blah, blah, blah,
specific.
blah, blah.
I'll resolve this.
Les nôtres? Ok, j'ai tué les mecs dehors et ensuite on va s'occuper de ça. Là on est en close quarter, on n'a pas trop de moyens de se cacher ou quoi que ce soit.
Repairing damage. Repairs complete.
Signal disruption.
Très bien.
Initiating repairs. Functionality restored.
Trouver les docks. Oui, c'est sur le map principal. Simplement.
Hello, purity will prevail.
On prend avec ça en fait. Ouais. C'est juste un petit freeze. Je croyais que c'était là les docks, mais tout à l'heure j'y suis allé et je les ai pas trouvés. Après j'ai pas non plus vraiment beaucoup cherché, on va dire. On va y arriver. Ça va le faire. C'est à côté, je suis vraiment à côté. Comment ça? C'est pas ça.
I can stand up.
Très bien. On a tué Wang, Illuminati, Templier, Denton. Une fois. On va devoir le retuer une deuxième fois si le jeu veut bien ne pas cracher. On va faire un retour Windows pour revenir dessus. Il commence à y avoir beaucoup de trucs bizarres ici. Oh, il faut aller retrouver l'autre guignol aussi. Renegade, wipe out the leaders of the faction and destroy GC's machine. Ah, oubliez ce détail. C'est pas le budget, je l'avais fait. Et... Flood. Oh là là. Hitleo had come van near Unatker ruins. Ok, let's go. Earth Dock. Ça me cassera pas les couilles.
Freezing my ass off out here.
I wiped out the leadership of all three factions as you suggested. Now all we have—
You should have let me help you out.
I managed all right.
Well, maybe you can manage to take out that machine before we freeze to death. I don't want to find out what the hell kind of— I brought you something from Cairo, by the way. The biomod canister on the crate over there. It was a payment from the Omar. Personally, I'm done with biomodification. You could probably take care of JC Denton's machine on your own. Look, bodies.
Ouais, mais je l'ai déjà détruite. On va aller le voir, puis on va détruire la machine. Bon endroit, oui. Pas touché. J'ai pas... Il y a... Je pensais que j'aurais pu le FaceTank les deux. Merde. J'aurais eu 1 HP de plus, j'aurais survécu. Je crois que c'était pile 1000 HP.
Freezing my ass off.
I wiped out the leadership.
You should have let me help.
I man.
Well, maybe you can manage. I brought you something from Cairo, by the way.
Bon bah là si ça marche pas, j'estime qu'on a tout vu de toute façon. C'est peut-être parce que j'ai interagi avec la machine avant en fait. On se récupère. Freeze. Comment tu peux encore le plus dire? C'est peut-être simplement ça, il fallait peut-être aller le retrouver encore, mais les scripts sont peut-être un petit peu pétés de partout.
You could probably take care of JC Denton's machine on your own. Look, bodies everywhere. Mercenaries fighting over a few wires in the ground.
Bon, techniquement, on a vu toutes les fins. Sauf... Tuer tous les chefs de faction, ça a été fait. Détruire la machine, ça a été fait. Tuer JC Denton, ça a été fait. Je sais pas pourquoi... Deus Ex Invisible War... Renegade... Ending. Je suis sur ma chaîne, donc ça va pas le faire. Voilà, hop. Allez, c'est parti. Capture de deux écrans. Et on va regarder ça ensemble.
After the great collapse, only the mighty survived. 2 centuries of war saw the rise and fall of many empires. It was the age of heroes. The battle-fired crucible of all subsequent history. In the end, the Earth was no longer green. Nothing survived on its surface other than a few embers of humankind. But from this crucible emerged the masterworks of evolution. They were fit not just for the new Earth, but for the most barren corners of creation.
Gris. Non. Ah bah oui, évidemment.
The glory of humanity would henceforward stretch on, through time and space, to the vanishing point of eternity.
Cool. Ben voilà les fins quoi. Ok. Donc on a une fin où tout est bien qui finit bien, avec les Illuminati qui contrôlent le monde, mais tout va bien. On a la fin où on extermine l'entièreté de la technologie d'upgrade humaine. Et c'est Apartheid 2.0 quoi. On a la fin... attends, avec ces guignols là. On a le WTO, on a les Templars et... Merde, c'était lesquels encore? La fin de JC Denton, voilà, où tout le monde devient... fait partie d'un hive mind, tout le monde il est gentil, tout le monde il est beau, mais plus personne n'a de libre arbitre. Et on a la fin, Mad Max, où tu n'as plus que les homards qui survivent. Ouais. Ok, tout va bien. Bon ben là-dessus, j'espère que ce petit stream vous aura plu. Et on se retrouve la semaine prochaine pour je ne sais pas encore quoi. Je pense que je repasserai un petit vote, histoire de voir ce que les gens veulent. Bien là-dessus, passez une bonne soirée, une bonne nuit, et à la prochaine. A plus.